Hello. Hello, Anna. Punctual as always. More punctual than I am at this point. I had to quickly go get a glass of water before I could get everything set up so I don't dehydrate myself. Right, loading up the game now. Your computer actually gave you a notification? Madness. Wish mine would do that. Hello, Lucy. I'm just getting things started and set up. Hmm. Never mind. Okay. Oh, wait, I need to switch the... There we are. It's still set to unwake. Not that one. That one. Is it working? Hey, it's working. Okay, we good. Okay. There's really not much point in trying to talk before at this point. I'll just get right into it. I don't know what to say anymore. My brain is fried after work. Right, this place. You finally make it to a stream. Indeed you do. Trust me though, you weren't missing much. Oh, Daniel's getting scared. He's in the dark again. Ah, you are in the process of frying your brain. Good luck. I hope you have something you can use to distract yourself. Aside from this. Okay, tree fell down and dog barking. Things are looking great. Wait, why did I... Oh, I meant to go to that one. Oh. E. Hello, Serena. Now your streams make my workday way more tolerable. I'm glad to hear that. I always wish to make people's days better, even if I'm running through a horror game like a madman. Also, good thing you're able to watch the stream at work. When will it be my turn? Have I not shown restraint? My patience spans centuries. From where I came, mankind has not even wasted a breath, yet I bow to you. I've done so much for you, and I've gained nothing in return. Agrippa, I trusted you. It is I who, in all fairness, should have entered that gate. You made it because you don't have class. Ooh. Lucky, lucky. Oh, no. Serena, why? Why do you have to do this to me? Tuesday. There. Get back in the light. I am offended. If the elevator breaks down again, make sure to use the steam engine to build up pressure before channeling it into the machinery. Adjust the levers to get the right amount of pressure inside the chamber. The meter should read up 8 and down 8. Make sure the flow is set according to the following chart. Trinity steam set functions. 4-phase amplitude. Complete steam flow cycle. Note that the machine will not check proper configuration until all rods are inserted. I'm amazing. Yes, thank you. I'm sure me saying Tuesday sounds very amazing. I did consider just saying Tuesday. Saying it as a T just to spite you, but no. I chose to be honest. What, you say Tuesday as in like what people make fun of us for? Well. Yeah, I'm completely ignoring the fact that a tree was just knocked down by something. Whatever it is, that's not important. The Tuesday thing is. Right, yeah. Oh. It's made a mess. Blocking my way back. Ugh.
Herbert, how did we find this? An old friend back in Algiers gave me a map. Why isn't he with us? Didn't he want to come? He wanted to, Daniel. But things don't always turn out the way we planned.
I do, and I was trying to show a friend how you said. Great. Hope they enjoyed.
You have an ascending room.
Ascending room.
It will definitely take care of the vertical part of our journey. So, you have ridden an elevator before?
Yes, the Colosseum at Regent's Park has one. It takes you to the gallery where you can view the panorama.
Good. This ride might be a little longer, and in the other direction.
Okay, wait, since we're doing linguistic demonstrations, say... Since we're doing linguistic demonstrations, say Mary, Mary, and Mary. Water and butter. I pronounce the T's, okay? It's my father and my brother who don't pronounce the T's. My father and my brother both say water and butter. But my dad is extra annoying about it, and he goes, butter. Butter. Right, down here. And I can't go down there. Yes, I can. Most people in the US say the same, unless you're from New York. Really? Like, most people around where I live would say marry, Mary, marry, Mary, and Mary. So, like, Mary actually kind of sounds closer to how we say Mary. It's just like you extend it a bit. But I have a tendency to roll my R slightly, like a flick. So I say Mary, Mary, and Mary. I don't know why I do it. I think I got it from my grandfather.
5th of July, 1839. Today I went to the university looking for answers. I was able to sneak into Herbert's office and pick up an address book along with some relevant textbooks. Professor Taylor at the Faculty of History was very helpful, and I managed to approach the subject of the orbs. The most interesting aspect was the prevalent trace they had left in our culture. The mythic orbs may, in fact, have inspired the globus cruciger, which so many royal regalia holds to this day. In ancient times, the orbs were held by priests as a symbol of the sun and its power. As I was leaving, I overheard a disturbing conversation. Sir William Smith, the geologist, was killed last night. Less than a fortnight had passed since I'd asked for his expertise. I know it's silly, but I can't help feeling responsible somehow.
I wonder why that is, Daniel. Oh, right, I remember this. So this is the thing where we've got to have it so it says up, was it up 4 and down 4? Or up 8 and down 8? No, not that. Up 8 and down 8. Yeah, good old lever puzzle. This is where I'm really going to embarrass myself. I think I remember doing it before and getting up 8 and down 8. But it wasn't, not all the levers were used, so it didn't work. Like, because theoretically I could go... Alright. Like that. So that's technically up 8. But it wouldn't work. It would have worked down 8 like that either. No, go to the middle. Okay, good. No. Oh, moving these is such a pain. Okay. What if I try 8, 5? Nah, because then I can't use the... Yeah, because I have to make use of the last one. Oh, wait, no I don't. Oh. I thought I had to make use of this one as well. Oh, never mind. My shorter version was actually the... Okay. Now I need to find out where to put my rod. Where do I put my rod? I can't... Ooh, tinderbox. Yeah, that went a lot quicker than I was expecting it to go. Story of my life. All soup down. These pipes are a bit too low to be safe. I like the industrial look of the I was so sure I remembered the pattern. I didn't. I mean, maybe it's not as like clear of a single answer as I thought it was. Perhaps there is multiple ways to do it. But I like the industrial look of Brennenburg with the pipes and stuff. I feel like it's not used enough.
I've read every book I can find on the subject. While rich in legend and hearsay, my knowledge is lack for the insight I crave. I've sent letters to many in Herbert's address book and received answers of varying importance. Today, I got one which differed greatly from the others. From a baron in Prussia. He said nothing about the quaint stories of priests in underground temples. He didn't even mention them. He simply wrote, "I know. I can protect you. Come to Brennenburg Castle. Signed, Alexander." What am I to make of this? Protect me from what? Is someone after me? I looked up Brennenburg and traced it to the Prussian
Is
woods near
someone
the Baltic
after me?
Sea. While being the least informative letter I've received, it causes me greatest distress and interest. As I write, my thoughts are drawn to my nightmares in which a most disturbing sound calls to me. A sound defying description. A voice from the void. The last few weeks have been awful, with so many sleepless nights dreading a repeat of those horrid dreams. Tomorrow, I shall visit my physician, Dr. Tate, in hope that he can provide me with sedatives to help me sleep.
Okay. He does go on a bit when he's reading. I enjoyed it when I was playing it on my own, but when streaming it, it does make me a bit conscious of how much time is passing and how quiet I'm being. Note there are only 2 spare rods left in storage for the elevator machinery. Make sure to only discard the ones which are badly damaged to keep the others in the inner study rooms in case all 3 would crack again. Yeah. Have that. Daniel's starting to freak out again. Down we go. Hello.
17th of July, 1839. How has this escaped me? They're all dead. Limbs scattered, heads split down the middle, their skin flayed as if boiled. I feel like I'm falling into myself. What's happening? Sir William Smith, Professor Taylor, now Dr. Tate. Is it following me? How can it not be? It's the damn thing I brought from Africa.
Careful there.
After me.
You nearly started voice acting.
I have no choice but to trust the Baron. He better know what he claims. If he is wrong, I suspect he'll regret it as well.
Is it following me? How could it not be? Oh, I remember this, yeah. I actually quite kind of like doing this. Yeah, then you have this whole thing as well. Yeah. I actually kind of I quite like the story of Amnesia the Dark Descent, like with Daniel and everything involving him. There we are. And how the monsters work. I think it's I don't know if it's unique. I felt it was unique when I played it. Okay, kids, stop crying. But yeah, his connection to everything and the way it progresses, the way it involves itself in gameplay, I thought it was really good. The only other stories that I've, like actual story parts of horror games I've gotten into on the same kind of level, I'd say was probably some of the RPG Maker horror games, or at least those style of ones. I really love those ones, like the classics with Ebe, and you had like Mad Father, Misao. There's one that I haven't seen played a lot, like even when looking back after I played it myself. I tried looking over YouTube to see if like PewDiePie, Markiplier, whoever who played a lot of the others, like Mad Father and Misao, if they played it, but they hadn't. It's a RPG Maker horror game called Pocket Mirror. Yes, the RPG Maker era was classic. Classic. I actually think that was one of my favorite times of watching YouTube, just because I didn't have much of a care in the world aside from like stupid high school stuff, and I didn't involve myself in a lot of drama, so I just kind of went through it. Okay, Serena, yeah, heretic, ha ha ha. That's not RPG Maker. That last one, if I passed it and not just there it is. Fucking knew it. We're getting closer to Halloween itself as well, now that I think about it. It's coming by too quickly, I'm not prepared. I don't want the autumn and the spooky season to pass too quickly. I've been spending so much time thinking about work and just resting that I haven't had a full chance to enjoy it yet. Mork, oh, greedy bastard. I do have something in the works for, not necessarily for Halloween itself, just for the, I want to get out while the spooky season is here. Like something in video form. More work for what will run. England does Halloween, right? Yeah, we do. It's fallen out a bit because I think a lot of like American collecting candy, dressing up a bit. Yeah, of course. It's like it was based off the pagan event, so it was we of course have it. and it's been a classic thing for a long time in UK as well. Because if pagans there, then we've done it. But yeah, the way Halloween has changed is, I think, like, movies and stuff have had a hand in that. And there was I've seen a lot of people talking across the globe, especially regarding America, though, because we obviously don't talk about this kind of stuff a lot anyway. So saying about how it's changed with how people regard it, and it's began to fall out in the UK, but we don't know if that's because of the holiday itself or if it's because of that it's just become more of an American thing for partying and stuff. And the horror movies about it haven't really been that great. It's kind of like fallen out of favor a bit in a strange way. I suppose maybe it's because people have started to enjoy it more with the like horror games and the movies and stuff, instead of like actually going out and doing stuff for it, which makes sense, I guess. I'm not paying attention to what I'm bloody doing. Right, what is it? What else do I need to do? Blah de blah de blah. I'm still going to be stupid phone. I'm still going to be dressing up probably. Okay, there we are. Unplugged my phone. I'm still gonna try and dress up and do something with my friends because I love that. I love getting into costume. But my costume, so it's one of two, either of which I can use. One is I call it the Skeleton Lord. It's like dressing up like a Victorian kind of gentleman lord, and I put on a skull mask and I wear a top hat over that because I have a long black coat. I remember the last Halloween I was able to use it. I was walking to my friend's house to go meet with them. It was it was nighttime, of course, and I had a cane, and I was just walking in full costume, and I heard about like 3 people, I think it was a guy and 2 girls, coming up to where I was. Like I had to turn a corner, and they were coming up the opposite side, so we couldn't see each other. But I decided to get into character before I got there, so I gave myself like a fake limp. So I was fully dressed up, and then had the skull mask on and top hat, so you couldn't see my eyes either. And I was just limping and heavily leaning onto my cane down the street, just completely silently. And then as I crossed, one of the girls was like just about to cross from her end as well, and she looked at me, and I saw her laughter just kind of drop. Her whole face dropped from the smile, and I heard her gasp slightly. And I never felt so powerful as when I just silently limped by her, and I never said a word. And I didn't hear the other 2 speaking much after that either until I was a good distance away. Ah, that was fun. The other outfit I have that I'm also possibly going to try, because I've done the Skeleton Lord for I think the past 3 Halloweens, is similar concepts with some nice clothing, and I have like this kind of purple and green like floral designed waistcoat, and I'm planning to wear like a shirt under that, maybe a white or a black one with the sleeves rolled up. Maybe get some nice looking gloves, like some white gloves. And I am going to wear a British, flat cap. More work for it will run. Probably the... Right. And I have a mask type thing that has a big grin on it. It's supposed to be the Cheshire Cat. So I fold it, so just the smile is visible, and I put it around where my mouth would be, and I have these round blue glasses, like reflective glasses, and I wear that so it looks like cat's eyes. And I go around as like a gangster type, I kind almost like an anime gangster. Like a streetwise character called the Cheshire Cat. It kind of feels like a fighting game character, actually. Like character you'd see in a fighting game. But like one of those ones who's really kind of always lurking around. Kind of creepy. Just because he's constantly smiling and he's always around. I need to look for the other rods, don't I? Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing throughout all that rambling. That's why I was just like wandering around the same place over and over. I was trying to think. Wait, so this is just this one? No, do I? Oh wait, yeah, I do. Oh, I'm a fucking pillock. I was looking at the other one when it was on the other section of the inventory. I wasn't paying attention to the other two. I was so sure I'd only gotten one. Because I forgot I'd got them last time. I should have gotten all three of them before I stopped. Anyway, yeah, Cheshire Cat, own creation, working on it. If it doesn't come out as I'd wanted or expected, I'll just go a Skeleton Lord again. It's a good outfit, it works. I can make improvements to it as well. Get a better skull look. Right, I have to figure out which one's which, right? Four phase, Trinity. Right, yeah. If I take the pics, yeah. There we are. Voila. Oh no. Nope. I'll probably need to start getting some more accessories for the outfit that I don't have already. Oh. Block me off, okay. Aight, bro. Oh, I have another. Fun fact for this scene, the elevator is stationary, the walls are moving. That is interesting. And makes a fair bit of sense. it'd be easier to move something that the player isn't in, I suppose. Especially with their physics engine. They tried moving the lift down while the player was in it. It might involve have the player like bouncing up and down. Because of how their physics engine works.
Come this way.
What was that?
Forgive me, I should have warned you. One of my responsibilities as a Baron is that of a prison warden. This is where criminals are locked up.
Like a dungeon?
Very much so. Come, don't linger.
Oop. Come on. You know, with certain horror games, especially the RPG Maker ones, I always like it made me start thinking of this headcanon about a character that appears in like the different horror stories. Like okay, slight spoilers if you don't know Mad Father and Misao. They're set in the same universe. But like also ones like Corpse Party, the Eve, like ones like that. I like came up with a character of like somebody who's like a side character who they appear in all the adventures and help out the heroes, but like they're never the hero themselves, and they just go through all of them. That dude in the black suit, yeah, Onigawara, I think that's his name. Like this was a weird headcanon that I came up with for a character, and it kind of helped me realize that I love characters that are like kind of like monster hunters, but like or like demon slayers or demon hunters, I suppose, who deal with supernatural elements, but like they don't necessarily have like big powers themselves. They're just really good at what they do. Like I used that as a core concept for a character I've come up with that I was going to use in like I was going to use in a some video ideas. So fuck. I've forgotten how to do this. It's been so long. Oh, fuck. He's quicker than I thought he was. Yeah, supernatural. Yeah. I was looking at the bloody phone. Yeah, supernatural. I've heard of it. I've looked into it before. The only things that make me not want to watch it. Oh, it put me back here? Fuck, man, I forgot I'm playing on nightmare difficulty. God damn it. Alright, speedrun. Yeah, the only things that made me not want to watch it is that I've looked into it, and I know there's a whole bunch of other elements to it as well that I'd have to get into. There's no point in picking up those things. Like there was that one, and there was another one that I've heard about. What was it called? Like Grimm? I think it's supposed to be based around the Grimm stuff to do with the Grimm brothers. Like I have seriously considered it, and I might end up watching both Supernatural and Grimm. But like I don't want to be influenced too much by a similar concept. At least not before I start with my project, which I technically have, but not until I release something of it. Yeah, the lore is insane. Yeah, like I said, I've looked into it,
You have an ascending room. Will it take us
so
to the inner
I
sanctum?
I trust your judgment.
Definitely take care of the vertical part of our journey. So, you have ridden an elevator before?
Yes, the Colosseum at Regent's Park has one. It takes you to the gallery where you can view the panorama.
The I'd say the only thing that kind of puts me away from it is the involvement of
Direction.
like how closely the involvement of stuff like angels and those other supernatural creatures are with the main characters and stuff. Yeah, I have spoiled it for myself a bit, just here and there. Like the thing about my character is someone who's literally just he stumbled upon something, managed to get through it, and has learned from his experiences, and is continuing to muddle his way through. Right, how did I do this again? So once I actually get something out, I'll probably take a look into Supernatural more. There we are. Then I won't have to worry, and then I can just worry about being too influenced before I even start, and then can start enjoying it. I don't know of many other shows like that have come out anytime recently. Well, anytime at all. It's very strange that people didn't realize that how good of a concept it is. Like with Supernatural and Grimm. They could make different versions of that kind of idea. Supernatural monster hunters type thing, especially if it involves like fairy tales and stuff and different cultures, but it's not been used that much. I'd love more like games that let me explore the concept of fighting back against some of these horror creatures and monsters. Like if you remember when I played Witch Hunt, like being able to go out into the dark hunting monsters and then eventually finding a witch and still have it like have an oppressive horror atmosphere, that was really good. I think Witch Hunt's probably the best one on like Steam that tries that formula. I just wish it had more hunting aspects to it. Like, without making it boring. Like, when Phasmo came out, I was super excited to start getting really into it. You write the plot, I'll do the program, and make our own Supernatural Hunter game. Hell yeah. I didn't realise you'd be up for it quite so quickly. I've only just pitched the idea. What? What is this place? Indeed. I think one of the things that can really give you an idea of horror towards characters in a game is either you have to really feel immersed, like in this game. You get immersed and then you feel really threatened by the monsters and all the scary stuff that's happening because the first person perspective and just how it envelops you in really makes you feel like it's you that's in danger. But in other type games, like let's say RPG horror, RPG Maker horror, right? You can't have that same kind of fear. So the thing that will make you more scared is if you worry about the character you're playing. if you're really scared about them dying or something. And I feel like people misunderstand that when they're making a lot of horror stuff. Like, I've often thought on how games use suspense as well, and how you can compare it to movies. Okay. It's so loud.
Come, this way.
What was that?
Forgive me, I should have warned you. One of
Yeah,
my
come on.
responsibilities as a baron is that of a prison warden. This is where criminals are locked up.
Like a dungeon?
Very much so. Come,
Yeah.
don't linger.
You know, one kind of concept that I think isn't used enough in horror. Ooh. I've come to the conclusion after reviewing a lot of horror games that the big things need to be lighting, sound design, and showing just enough to engage the player's imagination. Exactly. Like with the last one, it's like suspense. It's you have to give the player enough reason to feel unnerved at all times without necessarily having to show the monster all the time. I think one of the best examples of that is that you can prove that it doesn't actually have to be a horror game in itself is like with Subnautica. Subnautica does suspense masterfully, but it's technically not a complete horror game. It's technically a survival if we were to label it, but it uses horror elements because the things you're surviving against are so dangerous and like they can come from anywhere, and you aren't the one in control. Yeah, I found it relaxing. I found Subnautica really relaxing. I loved playing it. I thought it was really fun to be going around, building your base, surviving, learning through the story. And let's face it, I'm not really that scared by horror elements. I enjoy them. So having the big enemies that you could tell were really threatening, I found them to be like, I found it more fun because that made me feel like I need to strategize and prepare, and I can't just like mess around. Well, I did mess around. I don't know what I'm talking about. But I can't just act like it's all easy. Because I can be attacked out of anywhere at any time. But that was all part of the fun for me. The big fun thing I see people like to do is to play Subnautica if they have a fear of the water. Because then it's like ultimate challenge, right? And it makes sense, yeah. But I'd argue that there's another. If you're playing it mainly because you think it's extra fun because you're scared of the water, then you're also missing a kind of key point of it. I feel like you need to be able to appreciate that kind of unsettling atmosphere in a more general sense. Let me in. I forgot I started the drill. Damn it. Nah, bro. I need to... The only thing that's scaring me about this is that I don't want to go back all the way to that other point again. Oh, fuck. Pendragon, the second book, the main character of his world, entirely covered in water. Sounds like the Dungeons and Dragons plane of water. Yeah, I can see how that would immerse you. Actually, mentioning Dungeons and Dragons, how about a game set in a Dungeons and Dragons setting that's actually got a lot of horror themes to it? Like as a bit more of a core focus, because there's a lot of stuff in Dungeons and Dragons that could be really used that way. Like you imagine something like in a Baldur's Gate, if you ever played it, type of setting, but focusing on the darker aspects. Right, I need to think of where I'm going to run if the monster comes. I suppose in there. Let me double check down here. What? Hello? I didn't do anything. Played is Vane. That Vane is Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. Yeah, yeah. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines. I was thinking on that the other day, actually. So I saw Matthew Mercer was playing a D&D of Vampire the Masquerade. Yeah, that game is that whole story, the whole lore of the vampire thing is actually pretty cool. Like, I was never too into vampires, but I was really into vampires in a tale if it involved a vampire hunter. Surprise, surprise! Another monster hunter, basically, supernatural hunter. But they vampire hunters are like the most common, and it's always used really well. But I think Vampire the Masquerade was the only time in which I felt like, yeah, vampire, yeah. They really did a good job on how they made the vampires. I can't fucking see. Right, I'm pretty much fucked because I can barely see, and that monster's probably gonna come soon. Yep. What? What? I thought I closed the door. Yeah. The sequel is stuck in development hell, isn't it? But its sequel page is already out on Steam, isn't it? Like, haven't they been releasing like update stuff about it? Maybe it's on there, but it's just not being used. Do. I need to remember how it is I do this section. Nope. Do I just avoid him and then go back up the stairs? I think release the battle royale type. Oh yeah, right. I forgot about that. Yeah, they did that. It was a stupid choice, but they did it. But like they did have a Steam page out for the sequel as well, but yeah, it's very strange. A very strange situation. But I suppose if they're using it as a means to test out their engine and the new way you play and how it's received, I guess, then sure. Sure, I'll give it to you. If that was like hoping for a whole new way to take the series, no. Fuck no. Also depends if they actually use that, like if they learn from it, like what was liked, what wasn't liked, blah blah blah, to make the sequel actually good. Shut up. Yeah, it's had a Steam page for a little while because I've had it on my wish list to try and follow its development, but I don't think anything really came from it. I'm so fucking lost. Right. Don't need to be as slow as I just was. Apologies. As long as they don't restrict it to first person, as long as they give an option. You're quite strict on the perspective, are you?
You're just making things worse. Look, this is no place for a young girl all by herself. She could be hurt or worse. There's no telling what horrors await down there.
See, in that scene, you can't tell if Daniel's being good because he's worried about someone, or, you know, an asshole because the woman's clearly not in a good place and clearly doesn't trust him. Motion sickness. Yeah, I understand that. Shows some ambiguity to Daniel's character here. You never got into Mirror's Edge, I suppose, then, did you? I only played a demo, so I can't blame you. I didn't get into it much. But I like parkour stuff, but it didn't look like my type of thing. Into this one.
But Mother, I don't want to leave without Tell him to alert the King's men.
The Outrider.
No, you come too.
Please, we don't have time to make the hole any wider. Someone is coming. Hurry. I'll cover the hole with the bed.
Well, well, well.
Fine. I promise.
I hope I have everything I need before I just jump down here. Oh, well. Tally ho. Oh yeah, by the way, question. Do you know of any good kind of horror stories that I could read that haven't already been done to death on YouTube or anywhere, I suppose? Because I know some that I think would be pretty good, but it depends. Like, I need to find some more good ones than just the ones I know. Like, I figure it's the best time to start doing some of that since it's spooky season, and I can get them out relatively easily. Maybe not, since I can't fucking talk at the moment. Kitchen. The world of creepy guests, the true kind of girl. See, that's fine. I appreciate that, because I didn't like a lot of the creepypastas, like the ones that got popular. I preferred the ooh, that stream died a bit there for a second. Yeah, I liked a lot of the true crime stuff as well, but I liked is it okay? Okay, yeah, I think I'm good. I'm just going to hope that things are alright, because I was coming up saying I was breaking, the stream was breaking. Okay, apologies. So I like the true kind of horror story stuff that have an actual basis, but obviously I love like dark fantasy stuff as well, and like spooky stories. But a lot of the spooky stories that got popular weren't the ones I kind of liked, because it went into like, it especially started around the Slender Man time, right? That started a big thing about horror or creepypastas. But aside from Slender Man initially, I wasn't that bothered, because it all came out like what was it, like Jeff the Killer, I think Eyeless Jack was one, and all those kind of things. And then they started getting their own fan base where people started making fan art, fucking fantasizing over them and shit. That was bollocks. Those were trash, not gonna lie. Like, some of the stories about them were good, like some of them I will give due credit, but like there were so many trash ones because they just like started I keep saying like for some reason because I'm struggling to think while I'm also playing. Yeah, they wanted to put on this kind of personality of them not being that bad as just fucking monsters, but that's what made them initially scary. I think this is like acid or something, right? Yeah, they ruined a lot of creepypasta stuff for me. I found recently. There was a story I heard an ASMR artist read out. I think it was something to do with a lost town. Essentially, like yeah. So the summary was a diary of a girl who was recounting this time when she was moved into this town in Pennsylvania. I think it's called Deepwood. And throughout the course of the story, she wants to go visit this abandoned place that she was told not to visit with one of her friends. They went into like a basement and then encountered a creepy statue, like it was an abandoned church, and they found a creepy statue in the basement. And then when looking through, they found some weird kind of occult stuff, and then they looked back and I'll get onto the Roanoke colony in a second. They turned around and the statue had moved and it was looking at them, like glaring and snarling at them. And then they realized it was sentient and it was moving, and it was like a big snake, like a snake person, kind of like a lamia, but a horrible looking dude version, I suppose. And then they started to try getting out of the basement, and it was following them, and it was like completely made of stone, blah blah blah. And then they got back to town, and they didn't want to get in trouble, so they never spoke about what happened. And eventually, she moved away. And then she found out that eventually the town like fell off the radar, and it's started to fade from existence. Like any record of them started to just disappear, and people started to forget. And eventually she realized she was starting to forget, so she pasted a newspaper clipping from the town up above her bed on the ceiling so she would always remember. And eventually she woke up and it was just, the newspaper was just blank, and she couldn't remember, and it was just knew of this experience but couldn't recall any details about it. Like the way I've described it, it doesn't sound like creepy or anything, because I haven't gone into all the detail and brought out all the emotion. But that kind of idea of like a kind of a monster who affects more. It's not just some edgy boy with a knife because weird backstory, blah blah blah. It's a thing of an unnatural creature that's, no matter, even if you've managed to escape, it's affecting everything around you. Like you've never truly escaped it. And it has all these weird, it affects us in strange ways.
2nd of August, 1839.
Anyway, I'll read this now.
I've arrived at the village of Altstadt. It's a haven in the midst of a vast forest and the last stop before my final destination, Castle Brennenburg. It's late in the evening, and the outrider, who has been with the coach since Bremen, advised me to wait until morning before I venture further. I've arranged for a bed at Der Müller, the village's only inn, and am now waiting for the sun to rise. I try to sleep, but as I close my eyes, I see the men who fell victim in London. My fear and shame forces me to witness the same scenes over and over. They are dead because of me.
Because of me. Kind of creature that affect reality and our perception of it. Yeah, and because it's something that's clearly done something, because it's implied that it destroyed the town and then made like the existence of it completely disappear. Like, imagine of a creature that doesn't just kill you, but it completely erases you from existence because nobody will remember you. Like, that's pretty scary. And like, they obviously, it wasn't able to be killed before, so they just locked it up in this basement, and then it was accidentally released again. And the implication is that it could still be out there because apparently another village disappeared not long after. Let's go on to Roanoke now. And I promise not to ramble about that like I did that one, because I was just really trying to recall the details. It's been a while. The Roanoke colony is a really interesting mystery. Like the way it just disappeared after being set up not that long ago. And like there's clues, like vague clues, but still clues, as to what's happened. But you never truly... You don't have much to tell you what's happened. Yeah, because Roanoke could be anything. Absolutely anything. I actually have a game on Steam that I think is based on Roanoke. Like, it's a first-person game where you arrive on a place that had the remnants of a colony. Like, I think it's a British colony. And they're all gone. And you, like, go through this supernatural investigation to find out what happened. I am certain it's based on Roanoke. It's just never... I don't think it's ever actually mentioned. I'm certain. I don't think many people will go against me when I say this, right? But let's be real. BuzzFeed has done a lot of things, and is not well liked for many good reasons. But BuzzFeed Unsolved was the best thing they've ever done. Like, BuzzFeed Unsolved has actually a really good series of them investigating stuff. Padlock is in excellent condition. Fuck you. I could watch, and I have watched, the BuzzFeed Unsolved series multiple times because it's really well made in its production, and it doesn't fuck around with how they try to present it. I'd say the only thing that bothers me about it is the complete rigid nature of the fact that they always like when Shane and Ryan are talking about when they talk about saying it, do I think this place is haunted, and Ryan always fucking goes, I have no reason to see otherwise. Okay, man, you can show a bit more opinion and from a case-to-case basis, let's be real. Storage. In terms of like a series that's shown investigation of things like that, of both true crime, which in some cases can actually be more horrifying, and the actual spooky ones, I think that's probably one of the best.
Hey, you! Stop!
Don't come any closer. I just want to leave.
You can't go outside. It's too dangerous.
I'm telling Gabriel.
I doubt that very much.
Soon it will be ready. Let there be enough time.
Was he just loading a gun? Oh, was the... fuck's sake. Don't even.
He escaped. Where is he now?
The shadow.
Fuck. What the fuck do I even do? I am cornered. This might be the end. Yeah. I'm just going with the... If it continues to linger, I'm just going to have to try throwing something at it. Because I don't think I have a way to get through here. Right, it's going down. I am definitely more on edge playing this than I was the other times I played it, because I'm playing it on hard mode, and or the nightmare mode, or whatever it was, and I know how much progress I'm gonna lose if I if I die before I hit some form of save. Like, maybe I already have hit one and I don't need to be struggling like this so much. I get the feeling he's coming back. Yep, the consequences of our own actions. The one monster I can't face. Haha. Could actually do this. I need to get him over here though. Can't see a fucking thing. I'm really like zooming in on my monitor to just try and see. Because I can hear him wandering around. You've got to go? No worries, Serena. I'll probably actually end soon. I just want to get to a point where I think I can save. Bye-bye. That one won't budge. That's there. Yeah. I could just try my luck. No, go in. Put the moldy bread in there. You need 4 yeah, I only have... Yeah, it was definitely acid. Yeah, I think I only have 1. Which is why I haven't been turning on any of the lights. It puts me in a weird situation though, because I can't fucking see anything. Such pain. Such sweet and succulent pain. Oh, hello. That little bitch.
3rd of August, 1839.
Well, I found something of
I
relevance.
feel like I have fled the world and all its worries. Brennenburg is a majestic creation perched upon a forest-clad hill with towers reaching well above even the highest pine trees.
I think I need something to
Following
hold
winding road
the
leading to the gates
acid
gives the
in.
impression of discovering something forgotten, as if journeying with Marco Polo to the hidden Xanadu. Alexander, the Baron, is a
Like I need to
peculiar
get it into
but
some kind of
gracious man.
container.
He seems well versed in worldly matters, and is not at all as eccentric as I assumed. My room is exquisite, and I'm confident that no hotel for miles could even hope to match it. As the sun sets on Brennenburg, its fairy tale varnish turns to an eerie gloom. Alexander's strange servants are never far away. They are a quiet lot, and their behavior could only be described as skulking. Alexander seems pleased by my presence. As he puts it, it seems like I got here just in time.
Imagine having your servants described as skulking. Oh, you're all wobbly. Are you? Yeah. Back already. Daniel's really not doing good at the moment. Like, his turning is so wobbly. What the? What the? Huh? The fuck happened? The fuck even happened? Ah, fuck this. Ah. Did I fall through the world or something? Did he get killed by some physics thing as soon as I walked onto the bed? Yeah, I must have, but I thought I thought he must have been the mental thing, but he was in a state in which you can't actually do anything. I'll go back through it all before the next stream. Yeah, hopefully I'll have everything set up for next time. To the point that we got to, at least. Actual pain. Actual Pepe pain. Never mind for now then. I played for a while. Yeah, I'll get that sorted for next time. Either way, I'm playing playing arguably something more fun on either tomorrow or Thursday. Probably Thursday at this point. I'll get back onto Alan Wake. I was enjoying when we were playing that. Looking forward to continuing it, getting into episode 2. Anyway, guess I'll see you later then. Heard enough of my rambling, I guess. I've got to finish my script as well for my projects. Right, see you next time. Hope you had fun. For what little of it was actual gameplay and just me rambling incoherently about things. See you next time.